Hey everyone, hope everything's going well. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about more of a finance concept and sports cards. And I thought that this is a necessary topic for me to discuss because I look at even gold and silver and Bitcoin. Now, people say, well, they're not the same thing. Exactly, they're not the same thing, but their price action, in my opinion, part of it reacts based on positive interest rates and negative interest rates. And if you want to look more into this on an in-depth basis, you could go to my sports card channel, Sports Cards, Inflation and Interest Rates Revisited. And it links to a website where I talked about this one article, but it's no longer on the internet. So I'm glad I have it on video. Anyways, I'm looking at the 10-year tips, and 10-year tips is, in my opinion, a good way to determine positive interest rates versus negative interest rates. And as you can see here, 2020, you had negative interest rates and the price action moved substantially higher. Now, once interest rates went higher and you had positive interest rates, what happened to collectibles? Collectibles got squashed. Now, there are some assets that didn't really get squashed. It's been constant. Gold's been constant, but Bitcoin has been squashed from its highs. And Bitcoin, if you see where it started to take a dip, like right around the time where the rates started to go higher, negative rates to positive rates. And if you go to 2018, where I got involved in sports cards, and by the way, I would like if Pancake Analytics could do some sort of data analysis with this here. It's over at the St. Louis Fred. And I hope he could look at price actions. Hey, look, from a longer term perspective and maybe use tips. He's the guy that's good at modeling. And I'm just looking at it once again, 2018, 1.15, then it went negative. That's when, once the rates started going lower and you had positive interest rates to negative, that's when cards went crazy. Now, there was a different situation. We were in a pandemic, everyone was locked down at home. I get it. And some people didn't have to pay their mortgage. There's PPP loans out there. There's money laundering up the wazoo. So, people use that money to pump up cards. Now we're at a point where it doesn't matter how much hanky panky that goes on. The rates went higher. This is probably the last, 10 years I'm looking at. That's crazy. Last 10 years, this is the highest 10-year tips. What does this mean? Just looking from an not outlier, just looking at it from a perspective that you don't know anything and you see it at the utmost extreme level in the last 10 years, what do you think is going to happen to price levels of sports cards, of Bitcoin, gold, the whole nine yards? I believe it's going to go higher based on what I'm seeing in the 10-year tips. Interest rates went much more higher than what I thought it would. The dollar index stayed higher for a longer time than I expected, but I believe in mean reversion. And because of that, I expect rates to go lower. And I expect a lot of money people are going to make in my opinion, not telling you what to do, in the hard asset space. But my opinions, I would like, once again, Pancake Analytics to do a deeper dive on this because this is his forte. You could download the data, you could extrapolate it, but maybe from a longer term price horizon, you could look at trends. Hey, look, this is a better time for investors and collectors to buy. I started adding TTM right now. If I were in a better financial space, I'd be buying cards a little more aggressively. But, I'm just, gradually buying here, buying there, getting autographs, sometimes paying for them, adding to my collection. But from a speculative perspective, this looks like even if it's 8, 9 months, this is probably going to be a run up in prices, in my opinion, not telling you what to do, just observing what I see, right? Some people used to call me negative because I thought prices would come down. Yes, they came down. Now I'm at the point where look, wait a second, wait a second. This is much different than when I was doing videos thinking prices would go down. Data shows me that there's a mean reversion and prices will go up. It may not be too long because there's going to most likely be a crisis in commercial real estate, but for those that are speculating, I think this is the time where the speculators are going to make money. Sports card radio is smart money, and I see them buying right now. And I think they're going to make some decent returns if they sell in time. Anyways, guys and gals, let me know what you think. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Thank you. Bye.